Hello friends, Mr. J here with MrJRelationshipCoach.com, here to give you your weekly dose of vitamin J. I just wanted to briefly talk about today defensiveness. So have you ever been talking to somebody and no matter what you say, how you bring it up to them, when you bring it up to them, and with the sweetest tone offering them cheesecake all the while, they get so ridiculously defensive and you want to scream and say, will you stop being so defensive? I'm just simply trying to say A, B, and C. Well, the fact of the matter is probably not. They can't stop being so defensive because being defensive it's right in the name. Somebody's actually trying to defend themselves. So maybe they felt attacked. Maybe they feel guilty. They actually were in the wrongdoing and now they're trying to, they feel guilty so they have to justify what they feel guilty about. Maybe they had a bad day. Maybe they didn't get a lot of sleep. Maybe they have low self-esteem. There's many reasons why people are defensive all the time. But there's a few tips and techniques that I want to share with you. Number one, it's the, and I've shared this before, but this is applicable in this situation, is the when you, I feel I'd prefer technique. So to help somebody cut down on the defensiveness, it's, when you respond in the manner that you do, so quickly, so abruptly, so unkind, I feel as if you don't value me as a human or you don't value our relationship. I prefer if you could just let me know you heard me and let's have a nice, calm discussion. So it's not so much being attacky, it's putting the onus on you. Number two, maybe even bringing something up to somebody's attention who gets defensive all the time and saying, I just want to bring something up to your attention. You don't have to answer me now, but do you mind just kind of thinking about this, staying on it, praying about it, meditating, what have you, and then come back when you're ready. That way you're putting the power in their hands. Another thing to do is what I call meta conversations, where you don't necessarily talk about the issue, you talk about talking about the issue. So for instance, example, every time we talk about money, I notice it gets very heated rather quickly. How do you go about we discuss this matter? That way you're inviting them into the problem solving situation. Now, if you are the one constantly getting defensive, check the things that I mentioned. Check, are you guilty? Check, are you tired? Check, do you feel like you're being attacked? Check these things first of all. Another thing too is when somebody brings something to you and you feel like you're defensive or you feel like you're always defensive, give yourself a time out, give yourself a time away, give yourself a pause. Tell the person, I acknowledge what you said, I heard what you said. If you don't mind, give me a few minutes to kind of process, digest it, and then I'll get back to you. That way the person doesn't feel like they're ignored and you don't feel as if you have to give an immediate response, which could actually bring up that defensiveness. Keep in mind, if it's a relationship that you value, whether it's with your parent, your child, your spouse, significant other, boss, coworker, oftentimes you have to put away your ego and choose, do I want to choose to be right or do I want to choose this relationship? Because oftentimes you can't have both. And realize, and I've said this before on other vitamin Js, is that it's important to attack issues, not one another. So if somebody comes to you, instead of feeling defensive that you have to attack the other person, look at it as they're bringing this up to you so that together you both can tackle the issue. I hope you got something out of this week's Vitamin J. Never hesitate to reach out to me for any reason whatsoever. Share this video with a friend or a family member that is often gets defensive, or to apologize, to say, listen, I've learned a few things. I need to work on being so defensive. And as always, take care of yourself and others.